Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's the son of the
5-0! Shut it down! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And sometimes you gotta cheese it, because it's the fuzz. You might be wondering, record scratch, how exactly I got into this situation. Over the last several weeks, I have been making a lot of trips over here to help out our pal Etho fill in his chests full of stone. Now, one thing I've realized is I'm getting kind of slowed down by the fact that I've only got 18 shulkers available to me to do this with, or with which to attack this Herculean task of moving mountains for our pal Etho in exchange for frog lights. So look at this, 18. That's not a lot of shulkers, right? Now, here's the thing. The POE is actually pretty lazy. That's one of the reasons we can get away with storing all of this surplus stone in their yard anyway, right? Now, this is a reasonable amount of stone chests, but that's not really the statement we want to make, you know, in the POE's backyard. We want to make an unreasonable statement with an unreasonable amount of chests. And I was like, man, how can I do that when I only have so many shulkers? Well, you know what? The POE left a bunch of shulkers full of stone over here. And I realized maybe I could empty those shulkers full of stone into the POE's backyard. And then I would have enough shulkers to do all the stuff I need to do. So, I'd probably better get on that now. This might take a while. Time skip! I figure step one is, can we rename minecart with chest to @JoeHills's shulkers? Minecart. @JoeHills's shulker minecart. @JoeHills's shulker minecart. Does this actually show up here? Whoa! If you hover over it, the name tag... Okay, that's pretty cool. We need to send so many shulkers back home. I figured we should probably just start loading them into minecarts like this. So let's take a few extra minecarts and then start unloading a bunch of shulkers at the POE area. Woo! Okay, so we've got 24 shulkers full of stone right here. I've been kind of going broad on this because I think that it's funny if this just eats as much of this yard as possible. So yeah, let's continue to expand outward first before we go upward. I'm realizing what's not obnoxious enough about this is it's not really imposing on the POE's space enough, right? I feel like maybe what we should do is let's cut down some of the bamboo grove here and have this kind of chest monster slapping forward toward the windows here. You know, threatening them. Because if there was a back door here for the chest monster to pour through, that would be better. But there's not. So I think if we want to be threatening, we need to have it kind of just heading toward these windows. So let's go ahead and with 24 chests, that's not going to get us very far here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, see, that barely gets us stretching out that way a little bit. Yeah, so it's just barely starting to reach this way. But if we could fill this in and then have it start pouring through these windows like the blob over time, I feel like that's a solid joke. So, yeah. Maybe I should even reshift some of the chests I've already placed, the higher up ones, and have them fill that in. I don't like the idea of duplicating work. The ones that are already there, I think we're going to leave. But, yeah, in the future, we're going to have this start extending out this way. So, I better get to unpacking some shulkers. Time skip.
Hi, Joe. Joe. I've noticed there's been some chests being added to the graveyard behind the POE office.
Well, that's a mystery to everyone, I'm sure.
I know, right? It just keeps expanding in an ever-pleasing pattern. It just... But Joe, I see it infiltrating the building at this point.
It hasn't really started infiltrating the building yet. I was hoping you wouldn't notice for another 2 or 3 days.
Oh, I noticed, Joe. When I saw it starting to push up on the building, and Skids, you know, he's hard at work on that interior. It's been a good 3 months. I think you need to take this up with Etho. Does Etho even know?
I have no idea what you're talking about, officer. I need a lawyer.
Hold on.
I need to hire Skiz to
I'm
defend me.
out of uniform, Joe. I am out of uniform. I'm in my casual wear. Oop. There we go. Now I'm in my uniform.
Oh, great.
All right, Joe. We'll be keeping an eye on you and your chests, and your ever expanding chests.
Yeah, maybe just don't look at them for a few days. Maybe nothing will happen.
Okay.
Maybe nothing will happen at all. Maybe I was hoping nobody would notice until like a few days from now.
Okay. I'll keep it under wraps. Hopefully they just disappear in a few days. Hopefully.
I mean, that might be what's about to happen. That might be exactly it entirely.
Have you heard about Shop Month?
No, what's Shop Month?
Big stuff happening, Joe. Big stuff happening in the shopping district. Popo on your side, making a great and livable shopping district.
Is there going to be more Taskmaster style games?
I don't do that. That's green.
Oh. Okay.
I know, I'm a disappointment to all. But what it is getting these permits built. Do you have any permits you haven't built yet, Joe?
Well, I did have the tough and calcite permit, and when I was going to break ground on the shop, Mumbo built his shop where my signs were. And
no.
And then he sent a note saying, "Oh, I didn't see your signs until I had built my thing." And I'm like, "It's fine."
Joe, would you like the Popo to move his shop?
Is that an option?
We take requests.
I will say that XB was complaining about the noise as well.
I mean, the Popo is at your service. You leave us a note. We don't have a mailbox. We wanted a mailbox. We never got a mailbox. We still hope for a mailbox in the future.
I need a mailbox
but we take requests.
too. I've been meaning to put in a mailbox request. Are they still doing those? Is it too late?
I don't know. I think Etho just was like threw his hands up on it but you know what? Maybe he's had some time. He's played some Frogger.
Maybe he's back to it.
Yeah, right. Like he sold some generators. Like he might be right back into it. I think. Dude, it would be so funny to just pick up Mumbo's shop and move it somewhere like it's not so loud.
I mean, see, the problem is I kind of want to be Mumbo's defense attorney, but now that you mention it, I do have the single best claim for moving his shop, and I can't tell what's funnier anymore.
Sometimes, Joe, you just don't want to think about it. You just want to send it. Whatever happens, happens.
Is it Mumbo's shop at this point? The problem is, too, I feel... Scar, I don't know if you heard about this, because you were at TwitchCon. I made a redstone tutorial for Mumbo, and then somebody went and changed everything so that it would be wrong. And so now all Mumbo's viewers think I'm trolling him when I was genuinely trying to be helpful. So,
wait, somebody changed what you did? Like, you set up like a tutorial and someone like moved the things around or whatever?
Yeah, so basically, okay, so you know how there's the sand splitters underneath the hourglass for the people who share...
I do not. I don't know anything. Joe, I keep at least a 50-foot block distance from me and Doc's machines.
Okay, so
prior experience, of course. Season 9.
Yeah, so because Mumbo and I are both splitting our profits with Doc, since he's providing the wood for our shops, there are these profit splitting machines underneath them that you go in and you take out your sand from. And so I have the exact same machine as Mumbo under my shop as he has under his shop. So I made a tutorial for Mumbo of how to go use the redstone sand splitter to take your profit out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then somebody stole all of Mumbo's profit before he could actually go follow the tutorial. And so now I look like a jerk, and I've got like all these people commenting, "Where's Mumbo's sand?" And I'm like, I was just trying to help. I don't know, man.
So who switched it?
I don't know.
Joe.
So maybe that's a Popo issue. Should I call the Popo to go investigate who's stealing Mumbo's sand?
Or Snatcher?
I don't know, but I don't want to like go make a big deal of that. And if whoever's the ore snatcher didn't do it, because like you saw what I had somebody accused me of being an ore snatcher. I got all this water over there. That's
I always said, Joe,
like,
you did make.
I don't want to throw around
lemonades out
accusations.
of that lemon.
I mean, it took me like 4 weeks to contain that.
But yeah, okay, interesting.
So I
okay.
mean, I don't know if you want to go investigate that. Like that might be
a lot else to do.
Because like I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can be antagonizing Mumbo when somebody else is antagonizing Mumbo for me without my request.
That's true.
So
sometimes if you just double down, everything just equals out.
Okay, well yeah, let's just double down then.
Yeah, great advice for Scar.
Can I hire you?
Advice.
Like, okay, like, is this one of those things like I can pay you a golden carrot to initiate this investigation?
Sure. If I remember.
That's
the son of the Popo. Permit office on
Scaring the
patrol.
ore snatcher, but nobody else is on.
Yeah, I don't think it's us.
Permit office on patrol.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Well, I'll leave you be with your chest back there. But if they break the window and go in the building,
I mean, Scar, I can't say what's going to happen in a day or two with those chests, but I can say I'm really disappointed you noticed today, because it's not done.
Joe, it's huge. How would I not notice?
Because you're really bad at details.
That's really true. I don't know how I noticed this one. I flew over there. I'm like, why is there so many chests? Why does it look like a croissant from above? Like, I was so confused.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with it. Okay. But I could see why you might think it looks like it's about to smash through the windows.
It does.
That's a good instinct. I think that shows that I'm growing as a sculptor or whoever built it.
True.
Where are you going?
Goodbye, Joe.
You okay, bye, Scar? He knows this is all going to be gone, right? Like, this is actively what we're removing. We're on our way to the Popo lockup, and it is time to dramatically grab some shulkers out of a moving train. Look at that. Wow, I'm so talented. Train stop. That's fine. Let's go. We only have so much time before Scar and Skiz log back on. They just logged off. I think we have a brief window to pop into their backyard where they won't be looking for me. Scar already... Oh, that's Gem. Hi, Gem. Gem is definitely not Skiz and Scar, so that's great. Love to see it. From what I heard from Scar, Skiz is about to start working on this interior, like, today. So we need to get our blob eyes and hands in. You might say, Joe, how do you make blob eyes? Well, I figure maybe some honey blocks would do the trick here. If we can just kind of ooze some eyes in here, I feel like that might help. And we want it to feel like the eyes are kind of looking toward the thing, all right? So we're going to go ahead and put these ones like that. Boom. Just give our blob monster that fun Halloween creepiness that the kids love, right? So like this one might go kind of like this. Kind of. I'm freestyling this because we don't have a lot of time. Time is a factor. I thought Scar would just fly over this thing 1,000 times without ever noticing it. But he did notice it, and so now we're getting it done. Oof. I'm worried that that last one doesn't look... These might not look enough like eyeballs without more... Let's try shifting the red on this last one over a little bit to make it feel more eyebolic. Yeah, like if we have that come around like this, I feel like that's gonna sell it better. Cool. And we got to think about how it's gonna look coming through the windows too. So if you're over here, oh, you're barely gonna see that anyway. Oh boy. Well, whatever. That's fine. We are working against a clock, and so It is time to go, go, go. With only 10 shulkers left and time working against us, we need to move fast. Directly into Mumbo's shop, because we need to buy some item frames. How much are these? 1 diamond each. Okay, that's fair. We also need to run and grab some gray glass, because that is the type of glass used by the fantastic Scar in his window design here. So let's swing by the Glass Collective. This looks about right. 1 diamond per stack. Okay. Boom. Shopping district is really paying off. All right, so we've got a workbench here. We're going to create some broken pieces of glass. Probably don't need that many, but I feel like it'll look impressive if there's more broken pieces of glass here. Okay, so with only 10 of these, what's the best approach? Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Etho, what's up?
Hey, Joe.
I'm just working on the chest monster here. It's on its way through the windows as we speak.
Wow. They're all full.
Except for the last, I just placed 4 that I'm about to fill. But yeah, that's the core concept. I've also brought some item frames so that I can scatter little shards of glass on the ground. You know, your favorite, light gray glass.
Nice,
Oops, that
nice.
was not how that was supposed to work. Hold on. There we go. More like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little... We can do the if invisible or whatever that is.
Wow. How long did this take you? This is a lot of...
Literally weeks. I've been working on this quietly for weeks, and only about 2 days ago, Scar was like, "Hey, Joe, what's up with that pile of stone in my backyard? Does Etho not realize it's getting bigger? Maybe he's gonna pick it up soon?" And I'm like, "I don't know, that's Etho's business."
Well, yeah.
And he's like, "Well, it better not be about to smash through my windows or anything." And I'm like, "No, that was exactly what it was about to do." So, yeah, I gotta get this going.
Nice. Well, they took it. It's their problem now.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have repossessed the delivery area if they didn't want deliveries, like, clearly.
Exactly.
This is definitely a problem of their own devising.
How are you on frog lights? Do you still need more?
Well, I did find those chests that you left me, and I haven't had a chance to to turn those in yet. I think you probably do owe me probably 2 or 3 more shulkers based on how much of this I've dropped off.
Oh, I'm sure at least.
It's not like I'm about to use them tomorrow, so no rush on that. That's just at your convenience. But, yeah.
Yeah, if you ever need more, just message me or send a mail or something.
Oh, most definitely. I appreciate it.
Cool, cool. All right, see you, Joe.
See you, Etho. Well, that was nice. Etho popped in. Startled the heck out of me. But, okay, we gotta get all of these done before they get back. Let's go. Now that I'm thinking about it, this would just break the whole window. By breaking the whole window, we need to have a lot more glass everywhere, I think. If the POE log in and walk in through their front door, it doesn't look too bad at first. Just a little bit of broken glass. But then you start seeing the creepy eyes and stuff. Ew. I mean, I would have loved to have an extra day or two to get a little bit more volume in through here, but realistically, it takes so much work to gather another 45 to 90 double chests or single chests. It's a lot of stone. These are all full of stone. So, you're gonna do a prank, you gotta do it right here on the HermitCraft server. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave this as is for right now. If somehow, by the grace of just natural luck, Scar and Skiz take an extra day or two to notice this, I might try and sneak some more chests over here before they do, but realistically, I'm really concerned that they're supposed to be on here this afternoon, so the jig might be up. Let's get out of here before they show up. Time skip! You may have noticed that this episode was pre-roll ad-free. That's thanks to Patreon patron, Mr. Lance. Thanks, Mr. Lance. This episode was also mid-roll ad-free, thanks to Patreon patron Salem. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now present a poetry prompt of my own devising. You can write a poem and leave it in the YouTube comments section below. This episode's poetry prompt is ooze. Until next time, y'all, This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.